Oh, that's better. A little bit. What's cracking lacking? I know everybody ate good and Christmas and this and that and did everything y'all had to do. I said I was gonna bring you some videos. I'm up on the late night. I think it's about 4 in the morning. So the lighting probably is not as good, but I was just up, contemplating and thinking of some things. And I had a few questions that I wanted to bring up that I say them at the end. But I want to read to you. You ever wonder where we got that saying, if you live by the sword, you die by the sword? You ever heard that saying? If you live by the sword, you die by the sword. You ever heard that? It's kind of interesting, isn't it? And what about this one? When you see the rainbow in the sky, you say the leprechauns never touch a leprechaun's gold. Is gold at the end of the rainbow. It's supposed to be a bucket of gold or something at the end of the rainbow. Now keep that in mind, what I just said. And I just wanted to show you how proper scripture is, before its time, because you figured the Old Testament was that the King James version was, they started in like 1500 BC. I'm thinking about that. You can check it out. Good. I think it's around 1500. But I'm gonna show you how things were already out. Already, I was just up on the late night, and I wanted to share this with you. Now I'm reading Genesis. What is this? The ninth chapter. I think I'm gonna read 1 through 9 or through 10, maybe. Okay. Now remember the questions that I just said, right? Uh, One was, if you live by the sword, you die by the sword. The other is, at the end of the rainbow, there's a pot of gold, right? Never touch a leprechaun's gold. But, I'm just kidding. But anyway, so I'm going to read this in Genesis chapter 9. And if you don't believe it's all in here, you're going to trip out. Go read it yourself. Make sure it's the King James Version, though. Okay, the ninth chapter, and it goes like this, starting with 9. And God blessed Noah and his sons, and said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth. And the fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon every beast of the earth, and upon every fowl of the air, upon all that moveth upon the earth, and upon all the fishes of the sea. Into your hands are they delivered. Every moving thing that liveth shall be meat for you. Even as the green herb have I given you all things. Verse 4. But flesh with the life thereof, which is the blood thereof, shall ye not eat. And surely your blood of your lives will I require. At the hand of every beast will I require it, and at the hand of man. At the hand of every man's brother will I require the life of man. Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. For in the image of God made he man. Now I'm going to stop right there. Now remember I told you, we say you live by the sword, die by the sword. You see that's already in scripture, man. This already been written right here, man. It's in verse 6. Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. It's right there, man. It's just funny how stuff you talk about in these times now is predecessor from way back when, This was back in Genesis, man. That whole saying was already there. Now we have the situation I was talking about, the gold at the end of the rainbow, correct? Okay, let's go into that. I'm going to verse, where I'm at now. I'm going into verse 7. And you be ye fruitful and multiply, bring forth abundantly in the earth, and multiply therein. And God spake unto Noah and to his sons with him, saying, and I, behold, I establish my covenant with you, and with your seed after you, and with every living creature that is with you, of the fowl, of the cattle, and of every beast of the earth with you, from all that go out of the ark to every beast of the earth. And I will establish my covenant with you. Neither shall all flesh be cut off any more by the waters of the flood. Neither shall there any more be a flood to destroy the earth. And I will establish my covenant with you. Neither shall all flesh be cut off any more by the waters of the flood. Neither shall there any more be a flood to destroy the earth. And God said, this is the token of the covenant which I make between me and you and every living creature that is with you, for perpetual generations. I do set my bow, the bow, in the cloud, and it shall be for a token of a covenant between me and the earth. And it shall come to pass, when I bring a cloud over the earth, that the bow, we're talking about the rainbow now, shall be seen in the cloud. And I will remember my covenant which is between me and you and every living creature of all flesh, and the waters shall no more become a flood to destroy all flesh. And the bow, here we go about the bow again, the rainbow, shall be in the cloud, and I will look upon it, that I may remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh that is upon the earth. And God said unto Noah, this is a token of the covenant which I have established between me and all flesh. This is upon the earth. And that's where we get the rainbow. Ain't that some crazy stuff? Man, I thought the rainbow had some gold at the end. I was looking for that leprechaun's gold. But here it is in scripture way back when, that rainbow is established, that he would never flood us out again. Huh. Ain't that something? Man, you got to know what you're reading, and read what you're learning, and learn what you read, and understand what you're reading, and regurgitate that, and take it down again, and chop on it. And you need to meditate on this word, or you ain't gonna get it. Now, I read these things, and I've read them a few times over and over again and never got that aspect of it. But now I just read it. Now you know where it comes from. So you could be talking with your friends today or just kicking it, and you be like, man, where you heard that? Where did that come from? Live by the sword, die by the sword. They gonna think of everything but what I just told you. And then you could tell them it's in the Bible. Genesis chapter 9, verse 6. Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed, for in the image of God made he man. And and then they're going to be amazed by it. They're going to be enlightened. They're going to be encouraged. It's just some information to pass on. If we all pass that on today, matter of fact, anybody that's listening to this, comment down there or wherever we at, and like this, and pass it on, pass it forward. And let's see how many people really know about this, because I don't think that many people know about it, but you can. And also we want to pass the rainbow, the covenant that God made with Noah, that he would not flood us out again and flood the earth. And that's in chapters, what did we read about the bow? Let me see if I can find it here. And God said to Noah and to his son, said him saying, behold, establish my covenant with you and with your seed after you. That means we are the seeds after him, right? We're not going to argue about religion right now. We're just going to say we're just rolling with this, and we the seeds after whoever, Egyptian, whether you want to go, Maya and all that. But what I'm saying is what this rainbow is, because the rainbow is up there now, so we ain't got to argue about where it's from. It's been up there. So this is written about the bow, and he says, he says here in verse 13, you can give it to him. That same chapter 9. That chapter 9 is powerful in Genesis. You can go straight to 13. He said, I do set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be for a token of a covenant between me and the earth. And it shall come to pass, when I bring a cloud over the earth, that the bow shall be seen in the cloud, and I will remember my covenant, which is between me and you and every living creature of all flesh, and the waters shall no more become a flood to destroy all flesh no more. Then he says, and the bow shall be in the cloud, and I will look upon it, right? That I may remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh that is upon the earth. Now, that's still in chapter 9. That's verses 14. That's verses 13 through 16. 13 through 16. So you can verify and solidify what you're saying to someone who think you just talking. You know what I'm saying? You can give them jewels. That's just a jewel I wanted to lay down on you. You know, that's a basic one. You know, I really ain't gonna be, doing too much talking now, because it's like Christmas, after Christmas, somewhere around that. I'm gonna throw this next video set gonna come up. It's gonna be powerful, baby. It's gonna be on the Kwanzaa. We're gonna light up that one black candle. That's coming up a little later. Like I told you, we're gonna try to put something on here every day to enlighten, encourage, and keep the community conscious about what's going on. We're going to be going all everywhere. You're going to see us everywhere. We might be in some colleges and universities, and we're going to be traveling around and, just spreading the good news of the gospel, getting young men and young ladies conscious of their heritage and nationalities, where you come from. We're going to go into the Mediterranean, in that area. We're going to venture into there and talk about the motherland, Africa. And we're going to go in on that in Egyptian in the Nile Valley, which, a few gentlemen know about it. But we're going to talk about the Nile Valley. Just to let you know where your heritage is, for you can, be proud of yourself. You ain't got to think, you just here for nothing and everything is hard, shaking, and, it's not like that, But you just got, I can't, I don't want to feed you a full meal yet. I just want to give you some of this Similac, you know what I'm saying? You can't even get the milk yet. We got the powdered stuff, the Similac I'm going to give you first. And then we're going to build up, We're going to build up together. As you comment, and I'm looking at those comments down there, and I'm responding to some of them, and people be emailing me all kind of crazy stuff. I'm going to be shooting the emails back. I don't care what's on your mind, as long as it ain't nothing crazy or dangerous, to our health or our well-being. I'm not into that. But we can build together. So anything you want to build about, you can put that down in the comments also, and like what you see. Or if I'm on Instagram right now, I don't know. I'm all over the place. I'm just getting hit to this social media. Like I said, we new to this, and we just starting off, and we got people that's going to help us and back us up. And we should have a few people on here, talking, giving us some inspiration and foundation, And another thing I wanted to do with y'all today, too, I wanted y'all to know, can you give me the definition? What's the difference between dispensation and covenant? What's the difference between the dispensation and the covenant? Now, y'all can look that up and hit me down there with the comments, and I'll let y'all know later what it is, on the next video maybe. But I want y'all to tell me something. So that's a challenge. Somebody put in there, what's the difference between the dispensation and the covenant? We're talking theology. We're talking about the Bible now, so we don't need Webster. But you can throw some Webster in there if you want to. You dig. It don't matter. But just throw that down in there. So that's a challenge for y'all today. And let's spread and pass this message forward. And if it helped you out in any kind of way, feel free to donate your time, talent, and treasures to us. Anything you got, we humble out here. Just shoot it to us. We got links down there, emails. We got addresses you can send stuff to. I think it's in there. And we got a donation. We got a GoFundMe jumping off. You can go fund that, and whatever you can give it. If this has been helpful to you, if it's been helpful to you, and you could pass it on and help somebody else, that's the key. Because you can enlighten somebody else and encourage them. even though that you don't feel like you got to encourage yourself, just pass it on. And you'll be amazed how one of your buddies say, man, I didn't know that, man. I really didn't know that. I didn't know that. Listen closely. They'll tell you, I didn't know that, brother. I'm glad you taught me that. So let's pass it on. And I'm going to get out of here. This is going to be one of our short videos, but I just want everybody to have a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah and all that, and Happy New Year's. And, stay safe out here. Be careful. Stay aware of your surroundings. Stay aware of your surroundings at all times. This is the new age. Stuff pop off real quick. I mean, one split second. It take a lifetime to build up something, but it take 1 second to just kill the whole thing. So you got to be careful out here. Keep God in your life. Keep me in your prayers. And, I'm praying for everybody that comments or this adding to this ministry or this movement that we're trying to put down to spread to the millennium and help the youth and whoever need to be helped right now. We don't care, male, female, whatever. We got you. Email us, give us a call. We got connections and plugs that can help you out. If you need somewhere to stay or clothes or you trying to better your life or something like that. That's what we on Positivity right now. So, be cool. And, I'm going to be here. Hit me up if you got anything you want to ask me. This Minister Kelly Kell, I'm on here. You can call me Brother Kell. It don't matter. And we're going to get it down and we're going to take this to the next level. All right. God bless you and love be with you.